This is my first Decode Reflections with me, and this is going to be like a recurring thing. So this should be super fun and this should be super helpful. Today I'm going to pick out one that is definitely going to help people. And since this challenge revolves around money, it does have to do with money, but not in the way you think. So what I'm going to be decoding today for you is when you are paying bills, so you have enough money to pay those bills, but the bills don't go through. So for whatever reason, something happens with your bank, a delay happens somewhere, payment wasn't received, whatever that looks like, but for some reason, it did not go through. And then you get late fees. And this has happened to me so much in the past 2 weeks, which is so funny because I don't miss payments usually, and I always have like enough money in my account. So there's just been this like random things that have been happening to cause late fees and causing my bills not to go through and then causing more chaos in my life. Now, when I got down to what the emotional root cause of this was using intuition, it was actually that I have a deep-seated belief that nothing ever works out for me. Now, specifically, the area of life this is coming up for me is the family area of life. So in the family area of life, meaning actual like family members or my partner that I live with, there's a deep-seated belief that nothing works out for me, which is not true. This is just a belief I took on as a very young kid that I am still shifting through. So how this applies to you is start to ask yourself, where in your life do you feel like things don't work out for you? And now your homework is starting to connect to all the memories, all the reasons, all the ways that show up and continue to show up to where things actually did work out in your favor. Now, this is going to be really hard at first because our brain is wired in a way to actually just knock those things out of our memory, knock those things out of the way. So you really have to do some digging, you really have to do some fishing, and this is how we're going to create a new neural pathway that things always do go your way. And you can start to avoid reflections like this that I'm having currently.